Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Is it time?
Good morning. And welcome to Mount Vernon Unitarian Church. My name is Jan Speakman, aka a bird, and I'm a member of this congregation. Our church is offering our Sunday services both in person and virtually, and whether you are here in the chapel or joining us from home, you are welcome. We gather to recommit ourselves to the mission of this church, to support one another in our spiritual journeys, to work for justice, to care for the earth, and to build the common good. It is great to be together. This morning, we welcome once again our Interim Director of Family Ministry, Lora Powell-Haney, to the pulpit, and we are so glad to have her here. Lastly, please continue to look at your emails, phones, and the MVUC website for continued updates about worship and other church happenings. And know if you are ever in need, your church staff is an email or a phone call away. I invite you now to take a deep breath with me as we enter into our time of worship. Please rise in body and spirit and join in reading our covenant as we light the chalice this week, followed by the singing of our opening hymn. Love is the teaching of this church. The quest for truth is its daily task, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge and freedom, to serve life in community, to the end that all souls shall grow in harmony. This is our covenant with each and with all.
The words are in your wife's service. Dashing through the snow, horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bride was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune seemed his lot. He got into a drifted bank, and when we got upshot, oh, jingle bells, that's the word, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Thank you.
Well done, everyone. This is serious business, so you may wonder why we sang Jingle Bells first. Well, because. But also because it was written by a Unitarian music director in 1875, John Pierpoint, whose brother happened to be the minister of a Unitarian church in, oh gosh, I forgot to write that down. Was it, yeah, okay. And in Massachusetts, but he wrote this song, and we've been singing it ever since. So there's our connection to Jingle Bells. Thank you, Unitarians. This morning is an interactive service. If you would like to play a part, you are welcome to play a part. I have a few assigned people, but we have masks for birds and animals right up front. So if you would like to come and grab one at any point, please do. Oh, there's another one. Those look really good. Oh, thank you. So please do come and grab a mask. All ages are welcome to do that. So what is the winter solstice? We're talking about the solstice badger this morning. There are many, many traditions around this time of year. Stories, especially around why the sun seems to disappear. Is it going to come back? We don't know. Solstice combines Latin words of sol and sistere, so sol, sun, and sistere, to stand still. It seems as if this time of year the sun just kind of hangs. When it's up, it's just there. It doesn't move a whole lot. In the summer, for the summer solstice, that same thing, the sun just seems to be there all the time. Yesterday, we celebrated the shortest day and the longest night. In the summer, or in the southern hemisphere right now, they're celebrating the longest day and the shortest night. As author Margaret Atwood describes it, this is the solstice, the still point of the sun, its cusp and midnight, the year's threshold and unlocking, where the past lets go of and becomes the future, the place of caught breath, the door of a vanished house left ajar. That sounds like possibility to me. Anything can happen. And probably will. This morning, we'll explore another version of why we have seasons, why the sun seems to disappear and then maybe come back. The pageant today, the P word, is based on the picture book, The Solstice Badger by Robin McFadden. Again, if you would like to play the part of an animal or bird, there are no speaking parts except for the narrators who are already assigned, but you can come and act out what's going on. There's one very important part where all the animals and birds are shivering and cold, so we need a lot of you to be, get that energy going. You can listen carefully for the cues. There's also a list in the order of service for each part, each section of the story, and what beings are present in that. And with that, let us begin. That's you.
Back in the very beginning, when the world was young, it was always summer. The sun walked unhurriedly across the sky in joy each day.
Here comes the sun.
Here comes sun. But there came a time when the sun's head grew heavy. Their light was weaker, and all the first creatures wondered and worried. One evening, as the sun set and the moon rose, Moon called to Sun across the gulf of the sky. "Dear sibling, you seem sad. What is wrong?" Sun said, "Oh, Moon, I am so lonely. Everything on earth, down to the little field mouse, has a companion. Even you have the stars, but I am all alone." Moon replied, "I will spread the word, and we will find you a friend." The moon whispers to the sea, and the sea listens. The sea told the fishes, and the fishes told the birds. The sun is lonely. The sun is lonely. The sun is lonely. And soon all the creatures of the air heard the news, and they gathered to discuss the matter. Caw crowed loudly, "I will be the first to fly to the sun and keep them company." So it was that in the morning, as the sun began its journey, they saw a tiny white speck flying towards them. And Sun thought joyfully, "Someone is coming to see me." Crow at this point, is right there. Sun said to Crow, "I thank you for your courage and compassion, little one, but I fear that if you stay with me, you will soon burn up altogether. Please go back home." Where am I at? Hummingbird tried next, but worked so hard their tiny chest turned crimson permanently. And then eagle-tried and osprey and albatross.
We have osprey, albatross. Come on, keep trying.
And even the little sparrow. But all the birds failed, and the sun grew more and more sad. Now, far down under the surface of the earth, there's a river that flows from west to east, horizon to horizon, and both the sun and the moon rest in its waters whenever they aren't in the sky. Near this flowing river, through a cave and to the left, lived the first badger. Do we have a badger? Badger's tunnels went everywhere, and Badger loved the bright jewels they found in the darkness. In solitude, Badger was content. That night, Badger heard someone crying and quickly followed the sound, and there Badger found the sun, who had climbed out of the river for a while so they could weep where no one would see them. Badger asked gently, "What is wrong?" "Sun, oh wow," she said, "a new creature. I have never seen anything like you before, but you should run away before I burn you." Badger shook his head, her head. "I have collected gems in the white-hot centre of the world. You will not burn me. Come to my home and have tea." And so Badger and Sun make their way to the other side of the stage.
Why not?
Not sure where they're going. And smiling through tears, the sun did. And Badger and Sun spoke of many things together, and as kindred spirits do, at length the sun took their leave, and it was nearly time for morning. The day the sun rose so clear and bright, all things living on earth knew that Sun must have found a friend, and so they were happy for the beautiful sun. End of part one. Thank you, thespians. So Badger is generous with time and sharing, making the sun feel welcome, heard and valued. Like Badger, we at Mount Vernon Unitarian Church continue to share our offering plate with committed organisations that you, our members, have chosen. During the month of December, our offering is being shared with United Community. I invite this gathered community to offer whatever you are most comfortable with in spirit and financial generosity to United Community and for the mission of our church community. Will the ushers please come forward at this time?
God's rest ye merry pagan folk, let nothing you dismay. Remember that the sun returns upon this solstice day. The growing dark is ending now, and spring is on its way. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, oh, tidings, comfort and joy. The winter's worst still lies ahead, fierce tempest, snow and rain. But 'neath the blanket on the ground, the spark of life remains. The sun's warm rays life soul again. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. Within the blessed apple lies the promised sovereign queen. Oh, from this pentacle shall rise the orchards fresh and green. The earth shall blossom once again, the air be sweet and clean. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
So let's see what Sun and Badger are doing now. There you go,
Joanna. That night, Sun went straight to Badger's house. The new friends continued their talks and their stories. Badger loved to hear of the doings of those they called the surface peoples, whom they'd never seen. The Sun was so engrossed in storytelling, Badger had to remind them when it was past time to leave. Badger reminded Sun, it has been so good to be together, but you are late. You are overdue to rise in the east. You must go. The Sun, happy from the evening of talking with Badger, returned to the sky late that morning and thought about visiting Badger all during the next day. That night, it was Badger's turn to speak. Let me tell you of the heartbeat of the mother that you can only hear with your bones, and of the fire sprites that dance in the glowing, molten places. Badger told Sun of their adventures among the mountain's roots, and underground geysers, and down echoing pitch-black natural stone wells. It went on this way for 6 full moons. The sun would rise a little later every day and move a little faster across the sky. Sun was so preoccupied thinking over things their friend had said or laughing over a joke they had shared that they didn't notice that the world below was changing. The leaves were falling, the winds were bitter, and the very first snow began to fall. The trees took it patiently, because trees always do. But all the creatures were miserable, because each day there was less sun. There was also less light and less warmth. Badger called to the sun, "Come with me!" And all this time, Sun had never gone into dark places far from the river. Badger led them through many twisting, branching tunnels until Sun was quite lost. The Sun realized that they were in a shallow tunnel. Sun listened and heard the sigh of the wind in creaking branches, heard sounds of shivering and sneezing, but no bird song and no scampering feet. Badger said to Sun, "Now, my friend, listen. You have spent too much time with me. The world misses you. The surface has turned cold without the sun." The Sun replies, "Oh no, I've been thoughtless." Sun moaned, "Oh no, I feel terrible. Should I hurry to the sky now and stay there for weeks? Would that help the creatures on Earth, all the surface people?" Badger replied, "Hasty repairs make weak barrows, but we must act wisely now, so we must consult the wisest of all things. Who should we ask for our guidance?" Sun thought, "The trees are the oldest things on Earth, and Pine is the eldest of the trees. I think Pine will know what I must do." Badger replied, "I will go to the pine tree and take gifts to ease the way." Thank you.
You are invited at this time to come forward to light a candle marking a joy or sorrow in your life. In this way, we call back the light of the sun into the world.
If you look in your order of service, the next thing is the chant. And the words are, hold on through the darkness until the dawn. Now, this is meant to imply in this service about solstice, how through the winter as it's dark, we hold on and hold on and hold on for summer at the beach. So, but I also think it translates to sometimes our personal lives, or sometimes the world situations, or U.S. situations, or situations right here under our roof. Hold on through the darkness until the dawn. We're going to teach, there's a lower voice part and a higher voice part, which we'll teach to you, and then we'll get to the chant. Ready? Hold on, through the darkness until the dawn. Keep going. Hold on, through the darkness until the dawn. That's lovely, Holly.
And friends. Ready now? Hold on, hold on, ooh, until the dawn. Hold on, ooh, until the dawn.
One more time.
Hold on, ooh, until the dawn.
All righty, I think we're ready. Stephen? Just as the dark of winter. Ready? Hold on.
Hold on, hold on,
Through the darkness
ooh,
until the dawn.
until the dawn.
Hold on,
Hold on,
hold on.
hold on,
Through the darkness until the dawn.
until the dawn. Hold on,
Hold on,
until the dawn.
until the dawn.
Hold on,
Until the dawn.
until the dawn. Hold on, hold on,
The darkness
ooh,
until the dawn.
until the dawn.
Our badger had filled a basket with all the most glorious gems that they had collected and made their way to the wise pine tree, eldest of the trees. Then, for the first time, Badger tunneled to the surface. Pine stood in a glade in the forest. Blanketed with snow, Pine's dignity and foliage were unchanged. Pine's spreading boughs sheltered a great many creatures. Creatures can come up if you want. Pine had seen all things born of nothing. So, when Badger scrabbled to the surface, Pine greeted Badger calmly. "Hello, small animal who befriends the sun. Welcome." Badger bowed and asked, "My friend the sun wishes to undo the harm they unwittingly caused. If sun brought all the light and warmth back tomorrow, would that build back the world?" Pine shook their branches no. The world would drown in snowmelt and all would be chaos. Badger pleaded, "Wise one, I have brought gifts for you. Will you accept them with our apologies for disturbing you and tell me what advice to give my only friend? Pine looked at the gifts thoughtfully and said, "A generous gift. Give them to the creatures who have all suffered. As for the solution, it is simple. The sun must regain their old habits as gradually as they were lost. As the light was slow to leave, it must be slow to return. The light must come back a little at a time. Let it shine and build back the world slowly, everywhere it goes." And the animals were happy for their gifts and returned to their seats.
I invite you to rise in body and spirit.
We changed that up.
Oh, you changed that?
It's the choir's turn now.
Oh, good.
Hold on.
Hold on.
I'd just like to say that there are many husband and wife music teams in the United States, Tammy Wynette and her husband, but no team works as hard or puts in as much time as Georgia and Eric Porchel. And I'd also like to welcome to the piano today, Yuhong Wang.
Thank you all so much. This is just beautiful chaos. I love it. I would like to invite Badger and Pine back up here. Badger says, "Thank you to Pine. I will now go and tell the sun." Pine said, "You will miss your friend." "Yes, I will, very much," responds Badger. But Pine replies, "You need not miss your friend. My roots are on great Mother Earth's pulse, and she speaks now through me. When 7 cycles of the moon have passed, the days will be as long as ever while the sun shines in the sky, but then your visits together may grow again. After 13 moon cycles, the pattern will begin anew. For the sun must have a friend, and the badger must be the sun's companion, rewarded for their selflessness. Mother Earth has decided to welcome the rest and healing of these dark times with less light and call them winter." Badger replied joyfully, "So mote it be, so must it be. And on this night of every year, I promise to come to the surface and give gifts to all the small ones, gifts of thanks and blessing and love and a token of the sun's return." And then Badger gestures, holding up the torch that they have used to get through the darkness, to the pine tree. Pine receives the torch and holds it high above their head. Pine bent forward and grasped the light. When Pine straightened, the torchlight could be seen, held firmly in the topmost twigs. Far and near, the creatures of the forest saw it flickering in the dark and began to draw closer. So all creatures of the forests of the pews, I see you out there. Would you like a gift from Badger if you have not received one yet? Come forward, come forward. Badger has gifts for all of you who are braving the cold of winter. Come, all friends of the forests, and celebrate the return of the light and our dear sun. As they arrived one by one, Badger gave all the animals jewels to cherish, enough for everyone and more. And Pine smiled upon all the animals of the forest who were happy to receive the gifts that Badger gladly gave, well satisfied on that first winter solstice. Badger then tunneled back into the earth to find Sun, excited to tell Sun the good news. And the next morning began a little earlier. And as it was then, when the world was young, so it is today. The seasons will turn because of the strength and power of friendship, the friendship of Badger and Sun. Each day the sun watches the world and everything in it, for they are collecting stories to tell Badger. Their visits together grow longer every night for half a year. At the darkest times, we still honor the wise old pine by hanging jewels and lights in their branches. And on the longest night of all, Badger still comes to the surface bearing gifts. Badger gives them to all the small creatures who patiently bear the cold, knowing that there's another page in here somewhere. Knowing that even the winter will forever be joyful as long as the winter solstice badger keeps their promise. I would like to invite anyone who just played a part, no matter how small, to come forward and take a bow. Ready, everyone? Oh, we got some more. Thank you all so much, and you may now return to your seats, except that we're going to stand and sing then. So don't sit down. Our closing hymn.
Would you turn with me to page 235 in your gray hymnals, 235. Deck the hall, one hall because we're in one room. Deck the hall with boughs of holly. Deck the hall with boughs of holly, la 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 la. Tis the season to be jolly, la 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 la. Don we now a gay apparel, la 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 la. Now the ancient Yuletide carol, la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, la 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 la. That's the way the old year passes, la 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 la. And the windy advent lasses, la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, la 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 la. Jesus of the wind and weather, la la la. Please remain standing.
Oh, thank you. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, and the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you for your willingness to participate, to try new things. Our benediction today is one of my favorite things for this time of year. The Shortest Day by Susan Cooper. You have a part at the end. I'll invite you in. So the shortest day came and the year died. And everywhere down the centuries of the snow-white world came people singing, dancing to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sun blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight this shortest day as promise wakens in the sleeping land. They carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends and hope for peace. And so do we. Here, now, this year, and every year. Welcome, Yule. Welcome, Yule. Thank you.